Deadass Podcast, Love Against the World Doc, Higher Learning.
The Bethlehem Baptist Academy.
Y'all gonna let me go, cause the Brooklyn in me ain't gonna let y'all stop me the whole time. There's nowhere to go for y'all, man.
One thing Brooklyn driving is gonna be is a mosh pit.
Yeah, this is terrible. But the Brooklyn in me ain't gonna let me stay here the whole time. Sorry.
My mother was afraid. She was deathly afraid of something happening to me.
Over here?
My mom just like parented out of fear. If I was not in their sight, they were just like, no.
Yeah, your mother could have been sending you to Jesus' house, and she'd have been like, "No, you can't stay with Jesus. And go stay with the boy. Kill some boy named Jesus." What the boy named Jesus do?
She gonna kill you.
He walk
you
on
will
water?
never let her live that down.
He saying walk on water. I believe it when I see it.
And she gonna see it and still not believe it.
Hey guys.
What's up?
Hey.
So, you guys went to Hofstra. It is
You went to where?
Hofstra.
We went to Hofstra. We went to Hofstra. I didn't go to Hofstra.
I went to Hofstra.
What you got?
I went to Hofstra.
1, 2, 3.
You got in Hofstra first.
He did.
Yeah. No. I'll talk about Hofstra. Being in Hofstra to me was exciting. For the first time in my life, I had independence. I had football, which I loved, and I had my girl.
Yo, the crazy part about this is that we were so in sync that Khadeen pretty much curated her whole educational experience around me, and I curated my whole educational experience around her. So when she found out that I was staying in C-Square, she wanted to be an RA so that she could be an RA here.
Yeah.
I found out that she was a broadcast journalism major. I switched my major so that I could take classes with her. So we've been literally doing everything together since we were 18 years old.
The fact that you finally admitted that you changed your major because of me is amazing, because you've never done that before.
No, I didn't.
Yes, I did take all of the same classes that Khadeen took, but it was because she was a year ahead of me, all right? I was a young pup. She came in there like the cougar she is.
Indeed.
And I followed the cougar.
I'ma own it.
All right, and my college experience was great. Like, I felt like I had a teammate. I was on a team. I was on a football team, but I had a teammate. Part of my master plan, because Kay laughs all the time, because I had developed a master plan by 16, how to get to TV and how to be a multimillionaire.
How you doing, folks? This is Darius Gathers here. Here we're gonna break down the states and how it broke down for the victories. Okay, so we see here, you know, it was a separation amongst the mid-level states here. The yellow states, the separation, right? So when you had the separation go around, they looped around, did a 360, came outside. So these red states here, they didn't even matter. The red states just did not matter at all. Darius Gathers, we're here. Barack Obama, 2012. Signing off, WBKN.
At the time,
She went for me. I was there. She's about to lie. I was at Hofstra, so she went. Her mom is back there. Look, what's up, Mimi? She don't want to say.
You know,
she went to Hofstra because Daddy was there.
You know my mother was not going to approve of me going to Hofstra to go follow no boy.
Exactly.
It was not happening.
That's why she lied.
I went to Hofstra because I was transferring
Mom, sorry you had to hear
from
this.
Brooklyn College. And at the time, I applied to 3 different schools that had really good communication programs.
Why lie in the dark?
One in Boston, one in Maryland, and Hofstra. My mother wanted me to stay as close as possible to home because my sister, who's 10 years younger than me, she wanted us to maintain a relationship. Also, whatever school gave me the most money in scholarship was going to be the deciding factor. The Lord was on Devale's side. That just so happened to be Hofstra, and that's how I ended up there. Just be thankful that I ended up there.
How you poke me in the eye with your nose? The lion, you know, just put your nose back.
Get away from me.
Answer the question. I was there, so she went to Hofstra. Sorry, Mimi.
His ego. Remember the adjectives at the beginning? His ego is another big thing that he has. So I'll let you believe that I came to Hofstra for you, honey. Yeah. But just be thankful I ended up there.
October 3rd, 2002. I'd called Devale a couple days prior once I got the call from my pageant director, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna be at Hofstra on October 3rd. I'm going to an event. After, do you wanna link up and maybe grab something to eat? So he was down. So I was walking right down this pathway.
Well, I remember she pulled up. I pulled up. She walked out.
Yep.
I rolled the window down slow. I was like, what's up? She was just like, hey. She's like, nice car. I was like, what's up? I could tell by the stretch of the pants in the front that she had a wagon she was dragging in the back, right? So she was just out. She was like, am I supposed to get in? I was like, yeah. Do you remember what I did next?
Jumped out the car.
Like
a true gentleman.
I jumped out the car like this. I said, boom. When I jumped out, I didn't look at her first. I jumped out, I looked away. Like.
Came around the front of the car.
Looked around.
Came
around, right? When I got around, I opened the door.
He did.
But I took a peek to make sure the back matched what I seen in the front. When I seen that, I was like, well, yeah.
You did all that?
See, you didn't even know why I was being a gentleman, yes, but I was also trying to check out, you know what I'm saying?
Are you gonna tell them why you make she lie to me when you all go on that road trip?
I didn't make her lie. I see how I get in trouble for stuff. Remember, she just said she didn't come to Hofstra for me, so she wouldn't go to Jamaica for me. Oh, you talking about Virginia?
Yes. You gotta figure out which trip we lied about because there might have been several.
Why would you admit that, man? Your mother just starting to like me like yesterday. Now she gonna mess it up.
That's when you start lying.
So I'm the reason Khadeen start lying? It's messed up, man.
I mean,
It's messed up, man.
the catalyst.
You know, it's true. It's true. She got with me, she started lying, she started cursing, she started eating pork, started watching Martin.
No, I was watching Martin before you.
I turned her into a completely different person.
From the #1 station, this is a story about love. A love story.
In 2006, that was the first time Devale and I went away together, and we went home to Jamaica. And this was the first time that I stood up to my mom and I told her where I was going and who I was going with. My man.
She ain't lying. She told Mimi right in front of me. I was a little nervous, but I was also excited because this was the first time Khadeen had advocated for me. And the first time I looked at her, not as Sharon's daughter, but as my future wife.
The young college love, I think, is the love that everybody wants to get back to. It's that space and time where everything is reckless and carefree and on 1,000. The euphoria you feel every day for this person is like through the roof. And it's something you want to bottle up and take a swig of every now and again just to like get that fire back. That space and time that we were in as young loves in college was probably one of the best points in our relationship. A lot of it was because of the unknown. We were still learning each other. We didn't know much about each other, but as we spent more time together, we just knew that we'd never wanted to be apart. It was very I don't know if the word is non-complex, but it wasn't complex. It was just very simple, very easy, very natural, very organic, and it was borderline addictive. I was addicted.
Yeah, you was addicted, alright.
Aren't you and sisters?
Yeah.
You're. Well, hold on. Don't tell me.
Come on, if you know the show.
Fatima's husband, right?
Yes.
Fiance. Ah,
Yes,
shoot.
yes.
Shoot.
Begins with a Z.
Shoot. Zach. There you go.
Man.
Oh, let me get a quick picture.
Are you all right here?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So
What's your name, boss?
Brendan.
Brendan Devale, man.
Brendan, that's
Come on, take a
crazy.
pic.
Wow.
Crazy.
You know we went to
school
Hofstra,
here.
right?
Stop
My
lying.
wife-
I lived in Jamestown as an RD.
RD.
Stop
Yeah,
lying.
I was RD
Really?
in Jamestown.
I was on the
an
football
RA
team.
Oh,
Yep.
I would have had one.
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
stayed
Yeah.
right there at 1428 Norwood.
in Norwich.
Nah, that's just my girlfriend.
Oh, Michaela,
Oh,
nice
look.
to meet you.
So y'all like young versions of us,
my
man.
Basically.
Y'all do. We did the
did
same
it
thing.
together.
We
Love
did
it.
everything together.
I'm-
We were
Yeah,
speech
my
com
cousin did
majors,
that,
so
yeah.
we just did everything together. So
Wow.
our biggest advice, if we could share anything, is keep doing it together.
The biggest thing that I remember about my college experience or embarking on that at Hofstra was freedom. I was out from under my parents' thumb. I could be on campus, I could socialize, I could move around.
Yeah.
I wanted to get involved on campus as best as I could. I became an RA so I can have my own space, finally coming into my own. And what that was gonna look like for me outside of parent influence, I just wanted to be myself and figure out who Khadeen was.
I wasn't ready for that other phase of her life. It kind of took me off guard. And I didn't know Devale at the time, but at the time, I think I might have been a little hard on him because I want the best for my child. It wasn't personal, but I think Khadeen deserved the best, and I wasn't sure at the time if he was. So he had to prove himself to me.
All of those big events you see, like kids' first birthday parties, baby showers, all those big events you see now, she's been doing events when we had nothing, no money, on a school budget here,
Right.
here in the common area.
When Devale was trying to gain weight and he needed to eat more food, I used to go to the supermarket, get eggs, bacon, pancake
Facts.
mix. I used to make breakfast for dinner, technically.
Yes, breakfast for dinner.
Or like a late night, you know. To get going to a diner, we were on a budget, baby.
1428 Norwich, yo. Right here. So there were some days.
This is where I had to nurse Devale back to health when I was going out for a girls' night one night. And I think it was
Almost died.
Bilal called me and he was like, yo, you gotta come get D, you gotta come get him. I walked through these doors. Devale had his pants by his ankles and he was sitting on the toilet.
Stop.
Slumped.
Me, man, I promise you, I ain't doing it on purpose, yo. It was after a
No
game.
sense.
It was after a game. It was Richmond's game. I had 6 catches for I think 178 yards and 3 touchdowns.
You balled out.
And we used to put all of our stats on the wall. If somebody balled out, we would write on the wall all the stats. So they was just giving me drinks, like, I was like, let's go, until I was like, no.
Bruh. Ended up right here with him, literally rolling him over at the side of the bed so he could puke in the garbage can. And I ended up staying the night with you here. Yeah. You did.
This room got so many memories, man.
1428.
My roommate was Bilal Sharif Little, also known as Reef the Don back then. My suite mates was Terry Crenshaw and Stephen Bowen, man. Those are my best friends now. We still like super
Still
tight.
friends.
We talk all the time.
Yes.
Man, Bo almost got suspended from school for soaping himself up while he was naked and streaking down C Square. And then the RA came in here banging on the door. Where is Staten? You're intimidating people with your nakedness. Steve was naked because once he got here, we locked him out the room. He was lit with suds, bubble suds coming down his body. He said, I don't know what you're talking about. Looked her straight in the face. I don't know what you're talking about. Yo, there were times in this room where I learned how to be disciplined, right? Like, we tell jokes about, you know, the drunken nights and stuff like that, but here is where I slept in nights where I had to be up at 6 a.m. because we could all be together. So it also taught me camaraderie, right? Like, there were times where I had to be away from Khadeen so that I could be with my teammates. We all used to get up 5:30 to be at 6 a.m. run-ins in the bubble. Here is where me and my homeboys got together a lot like you see now. Me, Josh, Matt, we've always done things as a team. So this whole team aspect I got in these walls, pause. But like, we learned how to be together and be on one accord. And we did, we did like hold each other down. Like, everybody didn't have a Khadeen. So when Sharif was going through his injuries, you know, we would bring him food, we would bring him ice, we would help him elevate. When everybody was going through their stuff, we as young men had to learn how to take care of each other. And that helped me also to understand the importance of taking care of other people.
Say all of that.
Relationship been hard. My name is Novia Ramsey and I'm the Director of Operations here in the Office of Residence Life. I oversee all 3,500 students that live on campus, facilities renovations, you name it, I'm a jack of all trades. You know, you understand? For make sure some homework, no?
That too.
What?
The class. Oh man, the struggle.
That's right.
I work smarter, not harder.
I run over to square for make sure she's in the room before the coach come to check. Remember? Or is it more like she when I try to sneak out of the room before coach comes?
She can be yo. No, that never happened.
That part.
That was every camp. Every camp.
What can I tell you?
They coming.
Khadeen's world.
Listen, baby.
What do you want to know?
I mean, you already started.
Oh crap.
Yeah, what do you remember during Khadeen's time here at Hofstra?
Other than the fact that it was the only time we could be real Jamaicans, chat some patois, decompress. A lot of it had to do with her studies, being the best team member, supervisor, and taking care of Devale. Making sure that he got to class on time, homework was done, and that he made curfew. All that.
See? A co-signer. Novia can co-sign for me because nobody wants to believe the story sometimes.
That's right,
You know,
Devale.
Devale's memory gets a little foggy.
That's right.
But I was signing him into class.
Don't bother come over here.
Stay right there.
Was it more like in the library late at night?
Oh, yeah, it was
homework?
those kind of things, you know?
And of course, there was the occasional girl talk. You know, relationships are hard. You know, young athlete, woman all over him.
I was the best boyfriend, wasn't I?
You were good. And she made you better.
I received that.
It was always about success, not only for her, but for him and them as a couple. But that was her time here, and her students loved her, her staff loved her. I love her. I cannot drop it like how she does anymore. My knees are bad.
We're gonna get it together. You know, she's married to a man that wants another child.
1, 2, 3.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
It's the support.
See what I'm saying?
It's the support.
See what I'm saying?
It's the support.
It's we over me. We over
There
me.
we
See what
go.
I'm
Welcome
saying?
home. Hofstra Pride,
I'm
baby.
so happy to see
We love you,
her.
y'all.
The pride.
We love you.
Yes.
We love you.
Yes.
In the residential life office, Novia held it down.
Yes,
She did,
yes.
and she still does to this
Yes.
day.
Ultimately, my college experience at Hofstra was amazing.
It was all me.
See?
It was all me. You're welcome.
So you ain't gonna admit that you came to Hofstra from me, but I gotta say that my college experience was good because of you.
Admit that I saved you.
Khadeen saved me when I was at Hofstra. She taught me how to read my DAR, and she gave me all her notes so I could pass my classes.
And you got a what in mass communication class?
I got an A in mass communications,
Right.
and Khadeen got a B. Cause she don't know how to finesse. That's not my problem.
Whatever.
Listen, no, seriously. I was a master finesser in college, okay? Football was of paramount importance to me because I knew that football was gonna be my way to getting that next day, to getting us to that level after college.
This is the weight room where I put on about 30 pounds of muscle in 4 years. I learned a lot about hard work and dedication in here, man. I be in this room twice a day for 4 years, just trying to put on as much muscle as I can when Kay wasn't making me peanut butter and stir jelly sandwiches throughout the day. This room is where I found out what it took to earn something that you didn't have. I was not a scholarship athlete, I was a walk-on. They paid me $10,000, which was just room and board and books, and said I had to earn the other $15K. And when I was a senior in high school, when everyone else was going on their senior trip, spring break, I was driving from Brooklyn on that Belt Parkway 5 days a week to come here to do spring ball when I wasn't supposed to. And by summertime, they gave me a full scholarship before my freshman year. So this room, for me, is just all about dedication, like work ethic. And you're not successful out there without being in here first. Like, this is where it all starts. You earn your job in here. This is where you prove to coaches and your teammates that you belong. So Margiotta Hall will always be that for me. My work ethic was all developed here from 18 years old, right here. When I was a junior going into my senior year of high school, I was on a team called the New York Elite. And we did our camp here at Hofstra. And I remember coming up here before it was turned into the lacrosse room. It was all football paraphernalia, football guys. And I remember saying, my picture is gonna be up here on these walls one day. I remember looking out on this field and saying, this is gonna be my field. So whenever I come up here, I just get like an adrenaline rush of like wanting to prove like the little guy, you know, little guy syndrome. Like I just wanna prove I belong. So it's gonna hurt me a little bit because the football program got dismantled, but when I come down here and I look at like Hofstra to the NFL, and I look here, there's my picture right here, Detroit Lions. There goes Bo, Stephen Bowen. There goes Marcus. I played with Marcus. Lance Schultz is from Brooklyn. He was one of the guys I looked up to because my boy Wayne Yearwood, who y'all know, that's Jackson's godfather. He's the one who went to Hofstra here. He got me to Hofstra. They were best friends, so I looked up to him. There goes Marcus again and Willie. They won Super Bowls. It hurts a little bit because this place meant so much to me and I gave so much. And to come back and it's just a wall, like. This shit hurts, I ain't even gonna lie. This was the first example in my life that I can remember where someone told me I couldn't do something. And having to walk on the Hofstra with all of the history and everything that Hofstra meant football-wise and having to earn a spot and then having the head coach tell me he didn't think I could play here, not getting a scholarship, to being a guy on the poster, being the captain, to me was like proof to myself that I can do anything in my life I wanted to do. So then when it came to the NFL, it was like I already did this in Hofstra. I can do it again. So then I did it again. When it came to being an actor, it's like I've already did this in the NFL. I can do that again. When it comes to being a podcaster, an author, anything that I feel like is a challenge, I always come back to Hofstra because this is my first example of doing something that no one else believes I can do. The only person in my life who always believed me every step of the way was my baby. It seems so much bigger. Didn't it seem so much bigger?
It seemed bigger when we were here. I think it's because we were younger. I remember being in these stands with everybody. Remember Venice, Debbie, Uncle Dan, your dad.
Yeah.
This is where I learned the game because I used to sit with
Uncle
your father
Dan.
here and Uncle Dan here. You know, Uncle Dan liked to explain stuff. Him just explaining everything. I used to be like, oh, okay. And eventually I just got it. It's like, damn, you were mad fast.
What was it like though? Like y'all just see me? Because I remember whenever I used to get the ball, I remember hearing the crowd go, and then it was just like, once I broke out, all I heard was,
forget it.
Yeah.
It was like they knew
'Cause
almost.
it was, I was about to say, it was like a guarantee, like, just get Devale the ball. Pause. Get Devale the ball, because he's going to make moves with it. Here, that one game, your dad and I were here.
Oh, yeah,
like
I remember. It was
14-0.
Northeastern, and went into double overtime. It was a night game.
And it was double, and y'all lost.
And we lost. Like, these moments are like also reminding me as a parent, like it's important for me to take my children so that when they get to these opportunities, it doesn't look too big.
What did you think of Devale when you first met him?
Okay. Devale, when I first had the opportunity to speak with him and actually meet him, this was not really our first encounter. Devale and I had gone to the same elementary school, that quaint elementary school I told you about in Brooklyn, Bethlehem Baptist Academy. We actually both attended that same school around the same time when we were in the kindergarten, first, second, third grade range. I was always a year older than him.
Bethlehem Baptist Academy.
It's the place where this is the origin. This is the place where we first met. I was in nursery, she was in kindergarten, 4 years old, 5 years old.
That's it.
And these little trailers right here, man, birthed this love, really.
My kids, as I say, they're doing well academically, and I'm hoping that when they leave here, they can get to go on to a very well, highly recognized college so that they can continue their education from there. My daughter wants to be an actor. No, she wants to be a pediatrician. My son is one wants to be an actor. And I think this is a good foundation, because I think that once they have that foundation and they're wanting to learn or wanting to grow, then they'll become anything they want to be. You know, so I think this school is setting that base.
I want to be a basketball player and a lawyer.
This here is the place where it was the spring concert. My sister and your sister were in middle school.
Yeah.
My father tells me like, yo, there was this bad chick at Bethlehem, yo. Her name was Khadeen, I believe, and she was like, she was so well spoken. Yo, you should go reach out to her, see, she was bad though. And I was like, yo, whatever, pops. Like, I don't think my father knew anything about bad chicks. Like, I'm not even thinking.
Right.
So me and Kay meet at the Trey Whitfield banquet, 2002.
August 2nd, 2002. Never
That
forget
whole
it.
summer, she was dodging me, right? So after a while, I was kind of like, yo, forget this. Like, I ain't even dealing with this no more.
I wasn't dodging you. I was booked and busy.
Yeah.
I was booked and busy.
That fall, I was coming back here to pick up my sister, but I had my girlfriend with me at the time. And I remember we was
Didn't know
coming,
we had a girlfriend.
we was coming out of this door here.
Literally.
And
go to the door. He was right over there.
I was all the way, I was by this door right here. I had walked out of the door, right? I came out of the door and I seen Khadeen walking just like that.
Literally, I was like, oh shit. And I started doing this.
So imagine me, right? I come outside, and the funny thing is I had my girlfriend with me, and I saw her, and I was like, hey, yo. And she was like, beelining, and I was like, oh, wow, so she really was curving me. So
in that moment, I was like, oh, wow, you got a girl?
Yeah, you ain't care. She ain't get her hair or her nails done, so she was trying to avoid me seeing her.
That's what it was, though.
That's exactly what it
Low-key,
was.
my feet was looking crusty. I had some big flip-flops. They weren't even my size. They were like my mom's flip-flops, all right? And I was busting through here because I was about to go to get my nails done, my hair done, and I kept saying, well, why couldn't I have seen him when my nails and hair were done? But it wouldn't have mattered because he had a girl.
This was literally the place where Khadeen and I met at 4 and 5 years old. Like,
this is it.
In this space right here, in these trailer parks, with those people and our families.
My mom was PTA president.
Started right here.
It was right here.
Look at what we built, baby. From here, look at what we built. From these little trailer parks, man.
Yes. I actually wish I had a school like this now for our kids. Like,
something that was tight and close, and it was, you know, you knew everybody who knew everybody, and you could make sure they was good. Yeah.
Black history.
Yeah.
Empowerment, like that's where I learned all of that. Was like right here. February, like Black History was like
all
year
year
round out here. We used to celebrate it all the time. Like kente cloth. I gotta find out some pictures. Let me dig into my files. I'm sure I have some old pictures.
Love you.
Brooklyn kids, y'all. Just some Brooklyn kids.
Yo, mosquito bust me. Yo, mosquito bust me. Mosquito got me. I'm out of here, bro.
Is the rain coming too? That's why.